Ooh. Welcome to OffTrack Syndicate tonight. Special guest host, David G.
Yay.
Okay, well, we're on YouTube.
Okay, good. That's all that matters. All right, I'm watching.
Okay. Pictures are okay. I might put David up next to you, Rusty.
About time, isn't it?
Almost 20. 2, 3. Welcome back, folks, to another wonderful edition of OffTrack Syndicate. I am but one of the wonderful hosts, Lord Reverend Professor Rusty J. Lugnuts. We got Miss Mississippi, and Mr. Kinsey Richards, and a special guest host tonight, the one, the only, Mr. David G.
Yay.
Where's my... Dang it, you were supposed to have the applause, Kinsey.
I was supposed to have applause. Man.
I know it. And
you never told me this.
We're glad that he hasn't watched any previous episodes. Otherwise, he probably would.
We couldn't get him on the show, yeah.
On purpose.
There you go. And we... I don't know. We wanted to get you on, and maybe get to talk to you a little more than you get to blab on the old morning show. Brad, he kind of controls the conversation there.
He does control it, and I give it to him. It's his show. I mean, but it is fun to thwart his wishes when he tries to make a point or try and trip me up, and that's been going on for decades, and he's very, very rarely been successful. So it's fun.
Brad tries to make a point.
That's what I was getting ready to ask.
He'll try and he'll set you up. He'll try and set you. I mean, he's clever and he's got good experience, but it doesn't work with someone you've known for going on 50 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Rusty could have used this warning from you here about a month and a half ago, whenever both him and Jeffy were on here.
Yeah, we had Brad and Jeffy on, and wow, they were a handful. Let me tell you.
Yeah, he's good at it. I mean, he's been doing it. I mean, I remember when he did his first DJ stuff back in AM radio there in Lancaster, where we grew up. He's in the business. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's good at it. So one thing that you don't know is we all have something in common. All of us, all four of us, have something in common.
Rusty was in the Navy.
Nothing else to do on a Saturday evening.
Well, that and
Sunday evening, right?
Sunday, and we all have ties to the Navy.
Aha.
Yeah. Mississippi, weren't you? I think Melissa was in the. Weren't you in the Navy?
What's the Navy? Never Again Volunteer Yourself organization.
Yeah.
There you go.
Watched Gilligan's Island.
And I think Kinsey was in the Navy.
What are you talking about? Why in the world do you think somebody like me was in the Navy?
And my son is currently serving in the Navy. So yeah.
Yeah, but doesn't he wear khakis?
Cool.
A bunch of naval.
No. I think you said he was senior chief, wasn't he?
No, that's my husband.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
Her husband. No.
What rank's your son? Or do you remember?
Whatever the step below.
He's a 6.
He's going for chief.
First class.
Okay.
So
Okay, he's first class. Yeah.
Weren't you in Airedale? Were you in Airedale, Kinsey?
No, I was not. I was one of them glow-in-the-dark nuclear mechanics.
Oh,
MMN. Yep.
There you go.
I'm cell block 65.
Excellent ASVAB scores, and not colorblind.
There. Yeah.
Yeah, and Dave, you like parked cars and stuff, right? That's what you do.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it. Cars. Yeah. That was it. Park cars, chased them, parked them, chased them, whatever it took. Yeah.
So how long were you in for?
Just over 20.
Wow.
And months. So
Wonderful.
Could be a round number.
You were in for that long, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
You were in for 20, right?
Mm-hmm. Are we going to talk about the Navy the whole time?
Well, no, not the whole time. But
I couldn't do 20. I mean, as much as I enjoyed the people that I worked with, I really didn't enjoy the job. I was doing what I could to see if I could cross into another rate, but I was in a critical rate, and they wouldn't let me go. So that was enough, and I went ahead and fulfilled my contract, and that was it.
Yeah. Dude, boomers or fast attacks? What?
Carrier.
Oh, okay. Ooh,
yeah. I work down there in the nuclear power plant. There is a reason why when you're in the nuclear power field, they have a high reenlistment bonus.
Yeah, because nobody wants to be down there. And the berthing just smells so good.
I mean, I only shared berthing with like 350 other guys.
And the personal hygiene standards are really strict.
That's weird.
No, they're really strong.
When my daughter was born, I shared the berthing with the that's different, ain't it? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Judy to throw the BS flag on that one.
But anyway, all right. So, Tool School. So you have toolschool.com. You guys are trying to get that thing relaunched, or it's been out for a little while, but
it's been out for a long time. So Brad and Beth, I mean, it is Beth's baby.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Brad's just the talent. I mean, she has done all the heavy lifting, and it's probably been 10-ish years now. I just started to hang out with them and go to trade shows. And then I would do reviews. And so regular tools. Now it started out with Tool School. So, Brad is a prodigious woodworker and builds stuff and does some cool things. So, it was mainly, does the bell mean the same thing? Innuendo bell? So Brad would do reviews and spots on, table saws and drills, etc. And then they at some point they needed to get real jobs, and I can't remember if the real job, when that was, or which job that was, whether it was with Glenn Beck or some other thing. They were doing the DIY network. They had a show there. So I was started to do reviews kind of to fill in, and I would get tools and I would do the reviews and then write it up, and then Beth would place it in the website, yada yada. So. Then, and if you've ever watched Brad's show, I tend to get ribbed because I can't shorten my stories because I'm too detail oriented. So I figured it had extra time. Anyway, that's all.
Got plenty of time.
You got time now.
That's all the background. So they just needed some help, kind of filling out things, and I would start to do other types of tools, if you will, some survival tools, some camping tools. So I kind of broadened it, and then. What did they do? What job? I don't remember what job they got, but it dropped for about 3 years. There was nothing, not a single solitary review of anything, and they were still getting followers. So I decided I wanted to do it full time. I had retired from, left employment from a alphabet agency in DC. I was done with that, and so we relaunched it, got a new website. Started doing a lot more reviews, putting automotive stuff in there, the things you see now. So I pretty much did the heavy lifting because I talk about real jobs. Beth had to get a 9-to-5 job. Brad does whatever Brad does.
He supervises.
Yes, he supervises the cat, and works on the house. So essentially, I've been doing that, and kind of moved to social media. And I don't know if you can see the gray hair. Luckily it's covered up. But
Yeah.
I didn't grow up like most of us on social media, but it has its place. So kind of pushed it into where the old website dealt with 40 to 70-year-old males and did videos on Tool School, and they looked at it there. I've kind of pushed it to Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
Oh,
so
wow.
I just kind of,
So you're savvy like that.
Yes, I'm pretty savvy. I don't have Brad's talent with the videography.
Okay.
Well, look, I mean, I can see the three of you and me, and I have the lighting's bad, and I'm waving my hand in front of the camera. So the content's good, but it's how you deliver. It's how you deliver, and I'm trying to get. We're an hour away from Brad and Beth, so it's not easy to come out here and do stuff or go into there. It's a little bit of a drive, but if you look on YouTube, you can see Brad and I've worked on my shop quite a bit. So doing some longer format videos, and the like. So trying to mix it up and get different types of things. So that's kind of the.
So you got the woodworking and stuff down. Are you you dabble in all the trades? Can you weld?
I'm much more welder than I am woodworker. Brad surpasses me. Actually, that's what the hope is. As soon as I get the doors on this shop and get some air conditioning in it, that Brad can come out and we can work on some wood projects, because I'd like to learn how to make some cabinetry, etc. I'm a caveman.
You're in Texas and you don't have AC?
I didn't have a shop until.
Okay.
So,
it's hot.
And you can hear me bitch and moan about the shop, because it started. We bought this house about 2 years ago. Supposed to have been a turnkey house, and then work on the shop exclusively. That didn't work because that'd be a long story. Had to work on the house because the crackheads that built it did some funny things to it. So just now getting the shop to where it's got a roof, it's got electricity, water, etc. I'm building the doors as we speak. And so, yes, I weld. I've got a good background in off-road racing, Baja cars, things like that. So
nice.
What was that?
My dog.
Doggy dog.
Yeah,
she's the mascot.
Yeah.
Some bitch barking in the background.
Bitch. So the trade helped out a lot in the Navy, being able to weld decent. I'm an adequate machinist.
Wow.
And a good wrencher. I built lots of vehicles, engines, transmissions, carburetors.
Down here, my because I'm in Gulfport, where all the Seabees go. My husband's a Seabee.
Oh.
And so when a couple gets married or a couple wants to buy a house down here, it's kind of their the routine down here is you build the shop first, live out of it, and then you build the house.
Yeah. Yes, that may work on a newlywed wife, which she's like, "Oh, I'm enamored. I love you, and you're the best thing that ever happens." But not with the seasoned veteran wife. She's like, "No,
that's not
as if you would let that happen." Oh, how cute. So that was the deal. Just getting the shop done and being able to work. And as you said, having AC, it's coming.
Yeah.
I'm not doing another summer. But as you can imagine, last year when I got the roof on, just being able to stand without the sun hitting your head was, just a celebration.
Brutal. Yeah, that's abuse.
It was bad.
That's brutal.
It was bad. So that's it. Getting the shop going, and then we'll hopefully with the shop, when the doors get on, the AC gets going. What was that?
I don't know. You're fine here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I guess I don't need to see you. All the screen just left, so you can flip me off or do whatever. Yeah, it's gone. The Tool School will probably get better content as soon as I can get Brad over here. Again, he does the cameras. He has better cameras and works on them. Knows how to use them. So
Yeah.
we'll do the amateur porn stuff,
Yeah.
You got a casting
that.
couch and everything?
Get that? I do. It's the couch. It's my 25-year-old leather couch that my wife won't let me keep in the house.
Oh.
It's out in the shop, so whatever it takes. So yeah, built a bathroom and that kind of thing in the shop.
Not
So,
just a 5-gallon bucket with a pool noodle around the rim to keep it soft? No. Oh.
I figured if I'm going to do this, I might as well do it. So weird piece of information.
Mhm.
I've been building this shop in my head for 35 years. When I would run or swim, or we'd be in some miserable shithole of a place and just waiting to do something, I would build it in my head and what I was going to have and how I was going to do it. And it's finally come to pass. So it got a bathroom, no bucket.
So your dream, this is your dream. This is the, no shit dream.
I have residential garages where I've done some stuff, but right now everything's out. All the machines are out. They're plugged in. They're ready to go. We got compressed air with, hoses going all over the place. It's just kind of cool. So
that's awesome. Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you. Everybody does that here too. Everyone's got a shop in Texas.
Rusty,
I don't know if they use it.
Rusty, he would like the setup we got back here, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's got a nice shop out there.
It's just neat.
I should say. But,
it's just neat to be able to do stuff, have all the tools.
I've been around it. I've been around wrenching my whole life. My dad's a diesel mechanic. He has been my whole life, and he can do everything. I mean.
Oh yeah, my dad's better than yours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my dad kicked your dad's ass.
No.
Yeah.
My dad does that too.
So he can build it. He can build a big truck from the ground up. From just a frame, the cab and the engine and the transmissions and the rear ends and the whole thing, front to back.
My dad just built a Shelby.
I'm a good helper.
Did I hear Shelby?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is you hold a flashlight for your dad.
Mm-hmm. I'm a good flashlight holder and
Me too.
Get this guy. Oh yeah, gopher.
But that's going away.
Yes, it is.
I've got 5 kids and none of them, 3 girls, 2 boys. None of them are very good. They didn't really enjoy that stuff. They can do things they need to do, and I say even the girls, but the girls they could change their oil. They can drive a stick. They don't want to.
That's a lot, though. Nowadays, that's huge.
Really. Absolutely.
Yeah, a stick is a modern day millennial theft deterrent device.
I was just talking to my youngest daughter about that just a couple of days ago, and she's like, and of course she defends the young because she's the youngest, but she's 30. That's not true. You're being too hard. I'm like, bullshit. I went to the valet the other day, actually a couple years ago, and one of the valets could not take the Jeep. He couldn't drive the Jeep. He had to call somebody from inside.
That should be a requirement for the job.
For parking cars? I mean, come on. So, yeah, it is definitely an anti-theft.
Well, it should be a requirement just to get your driver's license. You should be able to drive a stick, and an automatic. I mean, that's just, because in the CDL world, there are guys now, you can get an endorsement, a CDL, for just an automatic transmission, which is insane to me. I mean, why?
I learned when I was 13 on my dad's CJ5.
No, I've got an 81 CJ5. I just took the Yep.
Nice.
So
nice.
It's horrible, but my 2 youngest didn't have to do parallel parking when they're driving test.
What?
Nope.
Wow.
Oh wait, because the cars now do it by themselves? Is that why?
If I can parallel a semi truck, they ought to be able to parallel a 4-wheeler.
Too difficult, too traumatic, too stressful.
Too traumatic. Okay, I see how it is. The newer generations we have, the less balls they need.
It's ridiculous, as if they never drive one. I know there's a conspiracy aspect to that. if you take away the need for the skills, you can kind of herd people. Just so this, I have a 91 Suburban and an 81 Jeep, and those are my toys. I just pulled out the drivetrain of the Suburban, automatic and a small block, and there's a reason it was in there in the first place, but probably has to do with a state that won't let you change the engine in a car legally.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I just got a 5-speed and a big block Chevy to put in there, and it was a carbureted one. And I know I'm going really far for most people, but you can turn cars off.
Yeah,
you can turn modern cars off. They did it just those guys from MIT 3, 4, 5 years ago.
Yeah,
they pulled up next to I think it was a Jeep or a Jeep vehicle, and if you have Bluetooth, if you have Wi-Fi, if you have all that stuff, you can hack your car. Am I talking too much?
No, you're good.
But Rusty, do you want to say hi to the all of the listeners? Because we got some.
Wait a minute, we got listeners?
Well, yes, there's a lot in the chat, and some people that haven't been here in a while.
Yeah, I haven't. Let me say. Oh, look, we got Frederator, Cougar Diva, Lep, Roger Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit's here.
Lep's supposed to be jumping in here later today.
Michael Ray.
Kathy in the Berg.
She's supposed to jump in here later today.
Cougar Diva. Timothy Ratliff.
Miss Paige Rockwell. Timothy Ratliff. What's up, brother? Who else we got in there? I don't want to miss anybody. Miss Sarah. I've seen her in there. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. And there's Sean commenting. Thank goodness the Air Force guy isn't on tonight, right?
Oh, amen.
Hey, everybody, let's do the Air Force salute.
Yeah, there you go. Cougar says Yehudi is here. I didn't see him talking.
Woohoo!
Yeah, Mike asked me some questions, and I wanted to answer. It was really long. I wanted to do it on air sometime. Sorry.
I was just saying, Linda. I'm trying to get everybody because people don't like to be left out. And
no, and
I like to be left out.
I didn't.
But you keep on telling me to come here on the show, so I mean.
Oh, hush. Let's see. I don't know. Y'all got any? You got any stories you want to talk about?
I got one for you.
You got questions?
I got one for you. You've heard of Cocaine Bear, right?
I still haven't seen it, but I want to.
Well, I mean,
do you want to see it?
I do.
If you're one of those people that enjoy movies like 21 Jump Street or something like that, then yeah, Cocaine Bear might be up your alley. But I just wonder if you've heard of Cocaine Cat.
No.
It's not a movie.
Oh, it's a real.
The phrase started trending on Twitter here about a week and a half ago. It's based on a true story. It's only about a wildcat that was captured in Cincinnati and turned out to actually have cocaine in its system.
Now, what I want to know is what led them to go, you know what, this cat looks like a dope head. We need to give him a piss test or whatever they do to him.
Well, the thing is, how often do you see, because what it was there was reports that were going around Cincinnati of what was thought to be a leopard. We're not talking about a little feline cat. We're not even talking about, one like what, Erica Stealth Jackhole's got. She's got a big,
Mancoon.
Easy.
Yeah, Mancoon.
Oh, okay.
No, this is not that. But anyhow, the story has gone viral. The big cat was kept as a pet and escaped from its owner's car during a police stop in January, and they finally caught it just like a week and a half ago or so. And, there was, let's see here, there was reports about what was thought to be a leopard in a tree. It was actually a serval, which is a long-legged, big-eared wildcat that is kind of spotted like a leopard, but not quite. It's a native to the sub-Saharan Africa area, and it's illegal to own in Ohio. So the guy that had it, which may very well have been the source for the narcotics, because
Likely.
people that keep drugs tend to, if they're doing that illegally, then they tend to do other things illegally too, like
No.
own guns and own exotic animals and stuff. And I mean, if you don't have respect for the basic tenets of the law, you just kind of go a little bit further sometimes.
Now, how dare you lump drug dealers into one just generalized category? I mean, come on.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
All right, everybody, stick around. We'll have some more with David G and whatever else craziness we can come up with. Damn, I think we were about 3 seconds too slow on that.
What's the break time?
2 minutes.
2 minutes at this point.
I don't know what our...
Well, I can't now. I'll do it this next time. That's a good idea.
Oh no.
I think I'm closer to the right time now. Here we go. Miss Barbara D has made an appearance. Hello, Miss Barbara D. We love you. All right. So anybody remember where we were or,
David was talking about turning off Jeeps or the, we have the capability if you're Jeep, or is it Jeep or Chrysler in general?
Well, the MIT experiment used a Jeep. They came alongside it. And sorry, I ate something.
You're right.
They were able to hack into it, and I don't have any experience in that, but I remember they did it. But what I do have experience with is I had a Toyota Tacoma 2018, and it had the brakes that would the radar in the grill, and it had a radar emitter, and so I had it 3 months or so, and I was driving, and there was a hill, and I used my hands so I was driving this way in the Toyota, and there was a gentle hill. I mean, gentle. And
You're making a mountain out of a molehill.
Yeah. So I'm driving along, fat, dumb, and happy. I don't expect anything, and all of a sudden,
boom! You had it on cruise, didn't you?
No. No, it was
This done with you put on the accelerator?
Yes. So I know what you're talking about. This has a obstacle avoidance in it. You can turn this off, but I didn't know. So the radar in the grill saw the hill as a stopped vehicle. So that son of a gun just threw on the brakes just to help me. So I turned that thing off quick, fast, and in a hurry. But if you do not have direct control of your steering or your brakes, that can be overridden by the computer. You know, there are plenty. You talked about the parallel parking.
Mm-hmm.
If the car can turn the wheel, anytime it wants. So it just bugged me. So I was just saying that the Suburban now is going to have a carburetor and a manual transmission, just like the Jeep. So when Skynet decides to zap us all, there's going to be at least a couple of cars that drive for a little bit. So it just I don't know if it'll be effective.
That same type of braking system has been in our commercial trucks for the past several years.
Well, you know, what I have found out is a lot of stuff before the automobile, the car, passenger car market gets it, they usually have it on diesels first in the big truck segment. You know, before fuel injection was a thing, diesels had it first, and then they did it over started using it over in gasoline. All just about a lot of stuff, not everything, but a lot of stuff.
So the over-the-road trucks will have the automatic braking that has a radar sensor?
They have had it for years. Ones that I have been driving has had the automatic braking, which is why my first question was, did you have the cruise control on? Because if an override on some of them, it won't do it if you're actually applying force to the accelerator, because there is a lot of things that will cause these systems to trigger the radar on the front of the vehicle in order to cause it to brake. It can, in your case, it was a hill. You can be coming up on a curve and there'll be a tree on the curve it'll pick up. You can crest over top of a hill and pick up a power line, or go over top of a bridge and actually catch the bridge supports. Even though you're going to fit under them, the way that you're pointed, it'll catch it in line of sight, and it'll hit the brakes on you if you don't have it disabled or overridden somehow. They had recently done an adaptation to this, and they had integrated a forward-facing camera that does not record. The sole purpose of this camera is to monitor what's in front of you so that the computer can tell the difference between a dog running across the road and you actually coming up on another car with the need to brake.
Yeah. Yep. I've seen that. So I have a 2020 Super Duty pickup truck, and there's a curve near my house that there's a mailbox that's made from stone. And I've turned off, maybe I don't have the braking. I got the lower end model, trim model for that purpose. I don't have the automatic braking, but it will warn me. So, and every 10th time as I go around that curve, it'll flash and give you the lights, the warning, just because it sees on that curve. And I don't know. Does it help? What's the numbers on that? Did we save more lives than we scared the piss out of people? I mean, or cause rear end collisions?
Well, I would, anytime you're involved in because they also added other features on here too. There is on some of the commercial trucks, because they are so much more prone to turning over than an actual car because of their height. A truck is like 3 times more likely on average to be able to turn over going around a curve than a truck, just due to the centrifugal force and everything.
Right.
And they have integrated also in that a weight that will lean over and will trigger at a certain point. Yeah, a little counterweight sensor in there, so that whenever it goes over a little bit too far, it'll stab the brakes real quick on you. And when you're going around a curve, that's going to scare the living crap out of you, because it's not just going around a curve. If you're going around a curve in Boston or something like that there, where you got these craters in the road that you can almost throw a Volkswagen in, as soon as you hit one of them, there it goes. And
I'll be damned.
Yeah.
Over in the chats, Roger Rabbit says, driving an old vehicle without any fuel injection or computers is one of the last places I feel free. I'm ready for summer cruise nights, which makes me think of, do you remember, I'm sure all of us, and I'm sure you too, David, when you were teenagers, you went out on Friday and Saturday nights and you got in the car and you went to whatever strip there was and you cruised up and down that strip all night long, or for a long, long time. You'd go down to one end, turn around, and come back. Didn't y'all do that, David?
Oh, hell yeah.
You know that does not happen now?
Have you
It's
seen
a
the
shame.
price of
It
fuel
does
at the
not
gas
happen.
pumps?
It's harming the environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
there's
they
nothing.
say.
I've been all kinds of places on Friday and Saturday nights, and there's no cruising. None of the kids are well, they're saying that a lot of them ain't even getting their driver's licenses. Especially
No,
in the
yeah.
bigger
My son
cities.
has not got his driver's license
No.
yet. He's 19.
I know. When I was stationed in Virginia, I forgot what year it was, but people used to drive. They were still driving on the strip, on the waterfront, and then they put up signs like you could only make so many passes up and down, and you couldn't like there was like no profanity. Like they got real. They were really overstepping when they were doing that. Like certain bikinis weren't allowed, no profanity. You could only do the pass like 2.5 hours or something.
Like Virginia
Certain
Beach.
bikinis,
Virginia
does that
Beach,
mean
yeah.
the more skimpy ones?
Down there on Pacific and right
Pacific,
there.
Atlantic, yeah.
Yeah. Good grief. But and I don't know what year, but it's been a while too. But they'd let the Sons of Neptune fraternity come down there and destroy neighborhoods. I mean, it was a black fraternity, and they got to come down there and do stuff, and they let them. Well, not the neighborhoods we were in, but they would. So it's always been some kind of goofy ass thing. What's the big deal letting kids cruise as long as you're not destroying things?
Yeah.
That was like the most calm things, and it might have been now that I'm talking about it and thinking about it. I'm wondering if it was the music. Maybe like with the cars with the big speakers, maybe.
Well, there's been ordinances in several places out there in different areas, noise ordinances, just because of the volume of the music.
I feel old because I'm starting to agree with that. Like, why do you think I want to listen to your music in my car?
Well, and down in that area, there's a huge number of hotels and even nice
Really nice
homes too. So I can get that. I mean, but if if they said, all right, we welcome you down here. Here's the rules. Music, no burnouts, just common sense stuff. Instead of banning things, how about just work with people and say, hey kids, you're dumbasses, we get it. But if you want to cruise, we'll let you if you follow this, And usually the good kids will band together and kind of, police themselves.
I understand rule number one. Yes, you want to live by rule number one. But the problem is when you start passing ordinances, you start into the world of slippery slopes and Karens.
Well, there's
and
a delicate.
You don't recover.
There's a delicate balance between rule number 1 and rule number 5.
Well, so in that, if you go back a little bit in history, there was a time where them crazy hot rodders were getting their cars out on the street and doing, and people were getting killed and stuff.
Oh.
And then they figured out that the communities come together. Hey, we'll get y'all a drag strip out here and y'all follow safety rules and do all that. And that's where you got the National Hot Rod Association and, people doing stuff. So there's
you for that trivia, Rusty. I like that. I'm going to tell my dad that later.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, on top of that, you can get permitted to run a drag race out in certain areas, and the law enforcement, if you get enough of it, and it's not a hindrance, and there's a way around it, they'll shut the road down for you to have a drag race. Now they've done that over here at Henderson. They're not just about 20 minutes from where I live at, and I had to go around that in order to be able to get home for the weekend.
Well, look, unfortunately, this is what we're talking about. We probably don't even need to be talking about it anymore because nobody's doing it.
Yeah,
it's a shame because it wasn't all racing. I mean, when Brad and I were teenagers, it was the Boulevard, Lancaster Boulevard, and when the cops got tired of you,
is that California?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know he's lived all over, so I got to get. Is it Nashville? Is it California? Is it Texas?
So you can pretty much do Texas, Nashville, and California. Those are the big blocks at times for young Brad. But it was Lancaster Boulevard. It's just north of L.A. In the desert where the space shuttle would land.
Mm-hmm.
When they do that up there. But it had the Boulevard, and then when the cops got tired of you being there, you went about 2 miles off to where there was a Mexican restaurant, and you hung out in the parking lot till everything cooled down. And there weren't really that many racers. I mean, if the racers came around and they did the Boulevard, then they found each other and they went off someplace and raced. But for the most part, it was just social.
Right, it is. It's very social activity.
Yeah. Car full of girls, car full of guys, whatever. You just kind of hung out and did your thing. That's a shame they don't cruise anymore. That was pretty good fun, at least.
I have grease lightning in my head. I am so sorry.
Well, you know what else kids shouldn't do?
What? Smoke cigars?
Reproduce?
And that's smoke a cigar. But if you're of age, you can get one of these nice cigars, an OffTrack cigar.
Where?
I think you have at piratecigar.com. Oh yeah,
that's interesting.
You can get there's all sorts of different ones, but if you go to piratecigar.com, you can message Miss Jennifer Torres, and she will hook you up with an OffTrack cigar. Just message her about it, and if you put OffTrack. I think it's just OffTrack. If you just put OffTrack in the promo code, you'll get 15% off, 10 or 15%.
She'll know. Yeah, she'll know. She'll hook you up. Very prompt service and excellent customer service. Messages you back right away in the mail the same day.
Oh yeah, and rolled by Cuban, classically trained Cuban nationals.
Are you a cigar aficionado?
No.
No.
But he has stayed last night at a Holiday Inn Express.
Express, yeah, it's good. I was just curious because when I was stationed in South America, we would go to Ecuador and places like that, and they would claim their cigars were superior to Cubans.
Yeah,
yada yada.
Have you been to Gitmo?
No.
Oh.
No.
So from what I hear, I'm not an aficionado either, but I enjoy a good cigar every once in a while. But I have heard from people that know that the Cubans really aren't better. There's, it's all about taste. And it was just because they were banned, which made them novelty.
Everybody wanted it, yeah.
Right.
Because overseas in Europe, we could buy them, and it was just...
But these are very, very good. And
Pirate cigars are superior, though.
So we hear.
They're good. So, yeah, just go to piratecigar.com, piratecigar.com.
OffTrack Syndicate, bitches.
Anyway.
Rusty. Do you know what an acronym is?
What?
Well, the Navy people.
That falls out of the oak tree?
That's an acorn.
That's not. Oh.
WTF is an acronym.
Acronym. So it's like initials that stand for a phrase. Use like the first
OMG.
Word. Thank you.
Tell me it isn't so.
Okay.
So, SOS, what does that mean?
Save our
shit on a shingle.
You speak a little army.
Well, I found out recently that SOS actually doesn't mean anything. SOS is not an acronym. It means Mayday. It means we need help, but it doesn't mean actually SOS. The Morse code may have that pattern, the 3 dots, 3 dashes, 3 dots.
But that was just the easiest thing to.
But it's pattern recognition. It's not actually. It doesn't mean save our ship or.
Oh.
There are other ones I probably can't say here. So and I didn't know this. I'm not a grammar Nazi, but I do like, word stuff. It's called a backronym. There are all of these words we think are acronyms, but they're actually not. They really don't stand for anything, or it has like our culture, our society has made them up. And we're talking about cars, and I think one of the most popular ones in the car industry is Ford, right? How many acronyms do you know about Ford?
Picture, repel, daily.
Found on road dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of those. And we know that. And so that's easy because we all know that's made up because, it's Henry Ford's last name. But there are, where the hell is my other thing? Like another popular one are FUCK. I can't say that, but there's.
For unknown common knowledge.
Fornication or
Yeah.
Common King. Yeah.
Yep.
Nope. That's nothing. It's just a word that they made up. Or there it has history. I can't believe how unprofessional. I can't find my sticky note. I think Gilly took it. But all of these other words. Adidas.
That's somebody's name.
Shoe.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, but
It
there's
is a shoe.
all day long I think about sports or that popular song. All day long I think about sex. No, Adidas. Yeah, it's a combination of the guy's nickname and last name. Now I can't.
I like those combo names.
Now,
There's a lot of those.
Yeah.
Now, are you going to tell me GTO does not stand for Gran Turismo Omologato?
I don't. That's not on my list.
Oh, okay. Because that's what it stands for.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
There you go.
Domo. 420. Actually, I guess this kind of falls into the category. Isn't any kind of police code or anything. It was just the time that the college kids would smoke at 420.
Yeah.
At that,
it was like,
that's less than a month away.
San Rafael High. Yep. Oh, that's another word. Handicap. I had better words. Oh, so we're all of age where we remember the band Kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the long tongue.
Gene
Yeah,
Simmons.
they used to say it stood for Knights in Satan's Service. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It means keep it simple, stupid. That's what
There you go.
No,
And they
to them
did.
it just means kiss. I can't believe I can't find. I am so unprepared and unprofessional right now. I apologize. But anyway, they're called backronyms.
Holy cow! Slightly venomous Kirk has made an appearance in the chat room. Thanks,
Kirk is here.
Kirk. Wow.
Hey, the band Dad originally named for Disney after. Oh, I'm sure he likes this topic.
But as many things that we think are an acronym, how many things are there that are actually acronyms that we never knew? Because, I mean, looking through the history of some things, be it
I love etymology.
bands or whatever, we never know until we look.
Because it's always been there.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been there. We just take it at face value for granted. Don't give it any more thought.
Well, so many things look so simple on appearance that we want to go ahead and just assume that's what it is, and that's not always the case.
And it's framed as it makes sense. Some people, and maybe I don't know if it's more religious people, but history, they kind of make it. Oh, it's a combination of his story, but it's not. It's like a Greek origin, just meaning inquiry. But I mean, they make sense to, or we try to make, like our brain try to automatically make sense of it, but it's not always the case.
We are simple creatures at the end. We do try and distill it down to.
We do. We're trained. Our brains are trained to see patterns, and just like, okay, let's talk about cars again. If you look at the front end of cars and trucks, you automatically see two eyes, a nose, and a mouth, like the face, like the show cars, Maximum Overdrive. I don't know if they did that, but I love Lightning McQueen. I still think they framed that off of Jeff Gordon. But anyway, like the cocky newcomer. but
there you go.
It's actually called pareidolia, is our ability to see faces and everything. You like TVs, cabinets, you have 2 cabinets in a drawer, we automatically see a face. And
but isn't that from that's from the Neanderthal. That's from way back.
That's our
saved our.
So our brains have different
think.
layers, and that is from our dinosaur brain, like the most primitive part of our brains. And yeah, of course, it's part of, our survival and stuff, but I think it's pretty cool. And it's also why I understand, that's also why we tend to animate things or personification, or like dogs and certain animals we like more because they have the 2 eyes in the mouth here, but the animals that have the eyes on the side of their head, like some fish and some birds, we're not as kind to.
That's kind of cool.
We're
that makes sense.
We're not as tied to some animals because we consider them ugly.
For that reason, though, is because of the way
difference.
that the facial structure is.
But here's the question. I understand that we've come to the conclusion that we see faces and everything supposedly based off of an actual survival instinct.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you verify that?
Oh, history.
That's our best
Psychology and neurology. There actually are studies, and I can forward them to you if you would like.
But how much psychology and neurological studies do we have back till the Neanderthal age? Those sciences didn't exist at that point.
Yeah,
17. We have 17 studies.
Thank you, David.
You're welcome.
But that's my point. Whenever we are pointing back towards something before written history, like caveman days,
right?
It's our best guess because we don't actually have anything
that is science
concrete to latch to.
Right.
But you could also use infants who have no experience, and you could look at them and how they use pattern recognitions to make a hypothesis, to make this is how these complete innocence with no background, no nothing. Maybe that's why they did it. Maybe animal studies do the same thing.
That could be the whole thing right there, because the developing infant trying to connect with its toys and everything could very well be the reason that we see faces and everything as we grow up. It's habit.
Well, it's definitely commercialism too. Just look at Walt Disney and making the cartoons and stuff.
But an infant's not exposed to commercialism enough to do that.
No,
they say that an infant's brain is like twice as smart and learns more than the smartest person in the world. Why? Because they're having to figure out how to do this.
It's faster.
0 to 3.
Move this and learn language and figure out how to move their eyes to sounds that they hear out of their ear. They're making all these connections and doing all this stuff. So I don't know.
And their brains aren't full of the crap that ours are at this point.
Yeah, but the developmental habit sounds like it's just as good as of a theory as why we see faces as it is in anything else.
Well, do you know what is not a good developmental habits?
What?
That would be
APR is definitely a good AP.
Firefighters in Montgomery County, Maryland, responding to a crash on Interstate 270 Friday, and they encountered an unattended vehicle when all of a sudden a naked man or a man dropped all his clothes in the middle of the road and attempted to jump onto the fire. Well, he actually did jump onto the fire truck.
Do you have a picture?
Well, no, Mel, you can't see naked men. Go look on Pornhub. The man jumped onto the truck and was attempting to get into the moving vehicle. They slowed down, of course, so the man could hold on, but the doors were locked, so he couldn't get in.
He was trying to find a hose to wrestle.
Peringer, who is the...
Nailed it.
Whatever, I forget. He's one of the authorities, spokesperson, whatever, said... The man appeared to be suffering from, all right, ready, Melissa? Excited delirium.
Whoa, I like that.
Right. The man was hospitalized for evaluation, and the several lanes of I-270 were closed. But they finally got it figured out. Thank you, Miss Diana, or Groupie, as we lovingly know her, for sending.
Did she send you the story? Yeah.
I never had none of my fire trucks or engines had door locks on them that I can remember. You can never lock yourself out accidentally. I don't remember. I was a firefighter for 10 years. I'm not sure I remember.
There's a number of trucks that are designed to not be able to lock yourself out. You actually have to have the key to physically lock it while it's closed because it will not lock while the door's open.
You'd have, yeah. I mean, all the compartments had locks, but I think you had to. You didn't have to have a key on the main engine I drove. You just didn't have it. You flipped the switches, started it, and drove off. So you didn't have an ignition key.
Why would you need it at that point? Because it's locked inside of a firehouse at that point anyway. It's just like putting locks on the doors at Denny's.
Yeah,
if it never closes, why do you need a lock?
No, what if they're on scene? You know they're going to be on scene. Nobody's watching the engine, you know, where the driver sits, and they're all...
It's hard to use keys with those gloves on. You can't...
It is.
It'd be really bad to drop the keys somewhere and then get another call. Or... something you needed to move the engine of the truck or something. So, any rate, back to the naked man. Go ahead.
Kirk said once the trial's over, he can send over his pics.
For the naked man. All right, folks, we're going to do the blank game. Coming up next, we'll see what kind of hilarity ensues or not. OffTrack Syndicate.
So what goes on with this game?
All right, this game.
Oh, I thought that was the.
No, that was just me.
This game.
You know the match game, right? Of the 70s, Gene Rayburn, the match game.
Yeah,
that's what it is. I'm going to read a question. We're going to have callers hopefully call in. They may not. We may just have to continue talking. Yeah, so the caller will call in, or two of them. I'll read a question for one of them. And then y'all will write down your answers. I will go to them on the phone for their answer, and we'll see who matches. And they get points.
All right, I'll go grab my stuff.
And apparently, I have been informed that we are all on my big screen TV in the house right now, even though I'm not in the house in my illustrious studio over here. Lip!
Good evening.
I don't know who that blonde-haired lady is. We never get to see her.
Yeah, we just hear the voice in the mornings.
It's up to you all if you want to keep the virtual background on. Just remember,
turn it off.
I was going to say, just remember, it's more difficult to show your answers with the
because I know
virtual
it just
background
doesn't
on.
show up if I don't.
There you go.
So,
All right, people in Radio Land, 256-926-2390. We need two callers. I'll put it in the YouTube chats here.
And if we get another tossed salad question, she's probably going to hear it whenever it gets asked. So you are forewarned, Rusty.
Do what now? I missed it. I was busy.
I said if you give us another tossed salad question, as soon as you ask it, she's probably going to hear it. So you will probably reap the repercussions from it in an expeditious manner.
Yes. Sorry. That's me. I didn't do that.
Right.
that. Oh,
Andrews. I have no idea. It's just ugly. It's just gross.
That's the whole reason to be on the show, so people can watch me eat, right?
No, my grandson's got I don't know, some kind of squeezing ball, but it oozes out. I don't know,
different colors.
Different colors, like gross.
Anything actually ooze it out, or just whenever you squeeze it, where it bulges out, it changes color?
Yeah, it comes in. It's all white until you squeeze it, and then it comes pink, purple, all that kind of colors.
That really surprised, because my nephew ended up getting a couple of little squeezy dinosaurs from Hobby Lobby that were like that. They looked red, and then you squeezed, and it was like orange to bright yellow where it bulged out at.
So,
well, if we can get some people to call in, we'll be doing good.
You got to remember to tell them we're going to win some off-track swag.
Right. Here we go.
Somebody's going to win. Might as well try it.
Well, we can't play it till we get some people to call in, but I'll go ahead and
we can threaten to read pages out of the Scientology book.
We could, but we will introduce Mr. Laird Leprechaun. Yay, Laird. Wait, where's it? There it is.
Good evening, my friends. How is everybody tonight?
Yeah.
Very good.
Getting by. And Miss, who we know as Miss Kathy in the Berg, I think that's your name on Twitter too, right? Yeah. No.
Yep.
Yeah. And the hubby, the better half.
You notice that the person that called him Mr. Kathy in the Berg is conveniently gone tonight, right?
Yeah. So anyway, Lep,
yes, sir.
Got any strange stories or anything that we can listen to while we're waiting?
Well, of course, I always do. You know, there's something really super trippy that just happened the other day, and I was rather amazed. Now, where is it? Nope, that's the explosion at the chocolate factory. Where did it go? You know what happens when you have 70,000 open tabs? Anyway, they created electricity out of oxygen. One of the colleges in, sugars, was it Norway, Switzerland? Gosh, got it. I remember not. But I am looking for it. Oh, that's Kentucky. Naturally, I didn't have it sitting right here in front of me, which I do have it in front of me, but there's like 2,743,000 tabs open.
Right. Well, we got one caller. Caller, state your name. Where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Cougar Diva from North Carolina.
Hey, Cougs. Thanks for calling and saving us.
I was trying.
Now, if we could just
come on, somebody, come kick my ass.
Right. Where's Roger Rabbit? Come on, Roger Rabbit, call in. Or Miss Page. 256.
Or Linda, or
sure.
Erica, or SoCal. Somebody
Kirk.
Come kick my ass.
Kirk.
Well, they
Melissa?
can't.
Oh, that's right. Yeah?
Yeah.
If somebody had a 2007 iPhone new in the box, how much would you pay for it?
They'd have to pay me to take it.
They'd have to pay you to take it.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't somebody just pay like $500,000 or $600,000 for one?
No, not quite that. Somebody had one, and I mean it's over a decade old, but it's still new in the box.
Right.
And collector value, they appraised it for about $5,000.
See, this is why people save stuff. This enables hoarders. So
There you go.
Guess how much it sold for in auction?
I can't. 10,000.
$63,356.40.
That's crap.
What?
Why?
Just because they kept it in the box and saved it.
Yeah, it was new.
That's what my grandmother used to do with all my Cabbage Patch Kids. They're going to be worth something someday, so I can't use them. Oh, so I told you I was cleaning out my storage unit.
Right.
Last week, and I found, so this is what else I found. This is the crap I used to save. So this is from October 1st, 2001.
Wow.
Right? And you know what's in the back? 1,000 hours free of AOL CD. I wonder how much that is worth.
There you go.
Wow.
You have mail.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. That might actually.
That's funny.
I found, what are these papers? Oh. See the Navy Times, but I saved that because I was in it.
Right. You were in the Navy?
The
What?
Navy.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you guys about that.
was in the Navy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Those
I have all of my
on the ground.
I have all of my LESs from the first year I was in the Navy.
Really?
Boot camp, leave and earning statements. Yeah.
I used to have to go to a cash cage on the ship to get my check. And then I would get my LES. It was like before direct deposit or whatever. Like you had to.
Oh yeah.
What year did you join?
Before direct deposit.
82.
Before direct deposit, you know that there was so many sailors that was giving crap to the Marines because of what their paycheck said on it.
In crayon?
Absolutely. Crayon.
The Department of the U.S. Navy.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That's right.
Oh.
Of course.
It amazes me that I forgot where I was going with that. Anyway, somebody else.
Do you think my Rolling Stone magazines would be? Remember Rolling Stone when it was a newspaper print?
Playboy. That's what I was thinking of. It's amazing that Playboy. There's some issues of Playboy that are going up.
Huge money.
Yeah, some in really good shape and stuff. Yeah.
I can't say mine are mint, but I've got 4 solid years from 82 to 86 of every Rolling Stone magazine that carried them with me. They're not like in the plastic and cool stuff, but I still have them. I don't know what to do with them.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Look, the headline, courses move out of the classroom and onto the internet. And there's me studying.
That's cool.
What a little geek.
Slightly Venomous Kirk said, my little brother pawned all of my Star Wars stuff as a kid, mint condition, all accessories, probably $3,000 at the time. Really? 1980s it was $3,000? Or they were the 1980s stuff?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, he could buy a house with what it's worth now.
Wow.
Easily.
Right?
Insane.
Absolutely.
What's worse is the people who will buy that. What do you get for buying a 19? What was the iPhone? 2007? You say?
It was a 2007. It was basically Apple's first smartphone, and yeah, it's sold for over $63,000.
That's hilarious. So,
especially if somebody has that kind of cash lying around for something so
clearly not important.
You know, just to go, hey, look what I have.
No updates available.
Yeah.
Well, if any of you all had a favorite toy that you had when you was a kid that you wished you could have kept in mint condition and sold today, what would it be?
Yeah, Joe.
Shells.
Rock'em Sock'em Robot.
There you go.
That too.
Yeah.
For me, it would probably be the complete Voltron.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
That was like 2 foot tall, right? When you put all the pieces together?
I think it was like about that tall when you put them all together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do any of us have any collectible things that you just can't live without? You got to go out and look for it. Anybody?
Not
Nothing?
anymore.
A lot of the more retro style video games. If it's a cartridge video game, I kind of keep a little bit perked up there and see how much it costs and see whether or not I've already got it for a collection or not, because I got a number of different Atari 2600s. I got an Atari 400, the original NES, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. I got a Virtual Boy. The Virtual Boy is the little goggle one.
Yep. Slightly Venomous Kirk wants to know, was it the Lion or Car Voltron, Kinsey?
It was the Lion Voltron. I wasn't much of a Car Voltron fan.
Right.
I showed you my original Campbell Soup doll, the boy, right? It looks so creepy, like it's out of
let's see it. Let's see it.
It's like out of a horror movie.
Yeah, our collectible thing, my wife, of course, got me into it, is a carnival glass, but it's not really carnival glass. It's
depression glass.
Yeah, it's not depression glass, which is the really expensive stuff. It's the cheaper stuff made by Indiana Glass Company back in the 50s and 60s and 70s. But yeah, so it's a specific pattern and a specific color, and we've got all the pieces except for like 2, I think. And
what does it do? What
sets on the shelf and looks pretty and makes my wife happy.
Got it. So it's decoration, not function.
Happy wife, happy life.
That's right. Happy wife.
You mean like the little pitcher and the little bitty glasses and the little butter dish that's all the transparent color glass?
Yes.
Oh,
and
okay.
We have our second caller from California. I think I know who this is. Caller, state your name. Where are you calling from?
Yo, it's Jen. I'm not going to leave Cougs hanging, so I called in because I'm trying to get Timothy and people to call in. Come on, guys. I'll call in now. You guys.
You decided to answer the call so we can have a girl fight because she told you to call in and kick her ass, right?
Yeah.
Michael Ray, Click Clocks. I know what those are. I used to like those.
Yeah. Let's see. Do we have? Yeah, we can probably get one round in here. All right, Cougs.
Yeah, and then we're going to get Timothy to call next.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. All right, Cougs. Here is your question. Remember, hold on to your answer, Cougs. The nurse said, I think the surgeon used to be a bartender. In the operating room, he pulled out the patient's blank with a corkscrew. I'll read it again. The nurse said, I think the surgeon used to be a bartender. In the operating room, he pulled out the patient's blank with a corkscrew. All right, I messed something up here, but are both of y'all on here now?
We are both on here. Could you repeat the question?
I will. SoCal, are you here?
I'm still here.
Okay, good. All right, I messed up there, but all right, we're here. All right, here's the question, Cougs.
Okay.
The nurse said, the doctor, I think the surgeon used to be a bartender. In the operating room, he pulled out the patient's blank with a corkscrew. Go ahead.
Heart.
Pulled out the patient's heart with a corkscrew. Let's see. Audience, what do you think? I think the audience likes it. Let's see what our contestants did, what they're saying here. Melissa Sippy.
Wrong organ. I put brain.
Pulled out the brains. Yeah, that's wrong. Let's see. Kinsey.
Pulled out the patient's fuzzy navel.
Oh, that's a good one. I get it.
Cute.
Very good.
That's terrible. What does the audience
Bartender.
think? Yeah, the audience don't like it. David G, what'd you have?
Butthole. See?
Terrible, terrible. Kathy, Mr. and Mrs. Kathy in the Berg. What is your answer?
Liver.
Liver.
Oh, I get the connection.
See, I thought
Damn it,
appendix,
Brad.
but
That's what I was going to say first thing. But
yeah. Laird, what'd you have?
Appendix.
Appendix, yeah.
Well, I thought brain, because that's what you would need a corkscrew for.
Thinking that or
Because it's,
tonsil.
Right on the
the
backside.
fuzzy navel was
You
best.
right on the
Yeah.
backside.
I'm sorry, Heather, but we're just a bunch of heartless bastards right now.
Evidently.
Right. Let's see.
Speaking to you.
Go, SoCal, go.
All right, here is SoCal's question. Dirty Dave.
yeah,
Dirty
no
is
relation.
Dirty Dave, no relation, never washes his hands. And in his profession, that's terrible because Dirty Dave is a blank. I'll read it again.
Surgeon.
Dirty Dave.
Oh, sorry.
We can't use that one now.
What?
Somebody hollered out the answer. Hold your answer.
Okay. We got a new one.
Who answered? I didn't hear an answer.
Somebody spit out an answer, so we can't use that one. All right, here we
Oh,
go.
I didn't hear it. Okay, we're good.
Um,
Going back.
all right, Dumb Donald is so dumb.
How dumb?
How dumb
dumb
is
is
he?
He thinks blank is a virgin. Dumb Donald is so dumb, he thinks blank is a virgin. Everybody get done writing their stuff down, okay? All right, SoCal. Dumb Donald is so dumb, he thinks blank is a virgin.
I'm going to say Madonna.
That's actually what I first thought, but I don't know. We'll see. Mississippi.
His mom.
Mom.
Oh, that would be dumb.
That's good.
That's a good answer, but
Oh.
Kinsey.
I didn't know what to write. I said pina colada.
He's stuck on booze tonight, ain't he?
That's
I should have said Hannah Montana.
you David G. His mom. Yeah. That's a good one, but
Come on,
It is.
Kathy. Come on, Leb.
come on, Kathy. What'd you have?
Like a virgin.
Yay!
Hey, woohoo!
Laird. Madonna.
Oh, yeah.
OffTrack Syndicate.
Yeah, that was the wrong button. But yay! All right, so Jen has 2 points.
Yay.
We got like 7 minutes.
Okay, we'll try to go 2 more. We might do it. I don't know.
Andre.
Here we go. Cougar. Beverly Hills has fallen on hard times. They just opened a blank. Beverly Hills has fallen on hard times. They just opened a blank.
But
That. Everybody, Melissa is almost done. Melissa writes slow because she knows we can't read fast. So, all right, Cougs. Beverly Hills has fallen on hard times. They just opened a blank.
bodega.
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 The Spanish deli.
That's a store?
Audience doesn't
Yeah,
like
yes.
it. I don't know. Man, Mississippi, what'd you have? A brothel?
Yes, brothel or hooker house.
Yeah, okay.
I thought those would be standard in Beverly Hills.
No, that would be
No.
Nevada.
That would be.
Nevada?
What'd you have?
Chicken ranch.
Well, as low rent as I could think of, I figured Beverly Hills would have finally opened a Dollar General because they got to catch up with everybody else.
That's funny.
That's what I was thinking, but unfortunately, that's the wrong answer. David G.
And I'm not savvy enough to have figured out the mirror thing on the screen, so I apologize. Everything's
No, it's actually right for us. It's backwards.
Is it?
Chick-fil-A.
I just
I bet they don't have those there.
All right, Miss Kathy.
A Goodwill.
Goodwill. That's
that's
That's nice. Very good. That's what I wrote down.
Mr.
Very
Lett.
good. Nice.
Goodwill.
A cat.
Yes.
Brothel as well.
There's some twisted folks on here.
That's right, Lab.
Oh, goodness. Well, I guess we're going to go with one more question. Do what? Do what, Cougs?
Nothing. I was laughing at the answers.
Oh.
If we're going to go one more, let's go. I mean, SoCal don't need it, but we'll figure out how decisive the victory is.
All right, let's do it.
Crap. Here we go. Reverend Ripoff worships money. In fact, instead of a statue of a saint, he has a statue of a blank. Reverend Ripoff worships money. In fact, instead of a statue of a saint, he has a statue of a blank. All right, SoCal. Let's see if you can match a couple other ones.
The answer I'm going to say is not what you guys are going to say, so maybe I should change it.
It don't matter.
Okay, well, what I was going to say is the Federal Reserve Building.
A statue of the Federal Reserve Building. Audience, what do we think about that?
Yeah, that's
I
too
don't
highbrow,
know. They're not hopeful. They're not hopeful. SoCal.
Yeah.
Man, Mississippi. The Monopoly guy. Right? That's a good answer. But it's the wrong one. It's
Money
the wrong-
bank.
Yeah, Mr. Moneybags. Kenzie.
A golden Jefferson note.
Right?
Who's going to come up with that, Kinsey?
David, Mr. G.
There's a lifer Navy thing going on here.
Right? The Bank of Monopoly. Wow, that's a
Lifers.
The audience likes it, but Kathy in the Berg.
There you go.
Monopoly
Monopoly
man.
guy.
They like it. I mean, that's a $100 bill. It's a,
Wouldn't that be a Jefferson?
well,
No.
it looks like Jen.
I forgot.
That was what I was going to say, Lep. I was going to say $100 bill when I was going to change it. But yeah, I went too highbrow. Sorry about that.
But you're still the winner. And stuff.
You're the winner.
And,
The wiener.
You're the wiener.
Where did the... Oh, I lost my... No, wait. Yeah, anyway, so you're the winner. Cougs, I'm gonna your consolation prize is I'm gonna send you a copy of this game psychically, and I just did. And,
I just got it, Rusty. You need to try again and send it to the right person.
well, we'll get it later. And Jen, I will definitely send the autograph nudes to you tomorrow.
Oh, God. So
8 by 10 glossies. Yes.
Thank you. I got the frames for them and everything. I'm ready.
Y'all are awesome. Thank you. For
Actually, he's confusing glossy with glazed.
Well,
Ew. Thank you.
anyhow, thank
Okay,
y'all.
thank you
Love y'all
guys.
for supporting
Love you,
us.
little sister.
Thank you.
What's that phone number again there, Mr. Lugnoots?
It is a 256-926-2390. We're coming up on a 2-minute break, and then we got another whole half hour. Look, we can talk or we can play the game. So if y'all call in, we'll play the game. If not, you might have to hear David G talk some more. I mean,
you can hear us talk while shooting the bull, playing a game, and having fun. Or you can hear us talk and you just don't take a chance at winning anything if you don't want any perks or nothing.
Might get Kinsey to read the instruction manual for the new washing machine.
Oh my gosh, where's my 357?
I got a dishwasher too here recently. I got the owner manuals for all my appliances.
All right, y'all, come on back. OffTrack Syndicate.
Honey, I need an owner manual. Like I said, they're watching in the house. Wait and see if somebody actually brings me an owner's manual or not.
There, Wisconsin Jackhole has made an appearance in the chat room. All right, Wisconsin Jackhole, 256-926-2390. Call in if you dare. And stuff. I mean, you might actually win some awesome off-track swag. Don't worry, I won't send you the autographed naked 8x10 glossies of me unless you want me to. Because, I mean,
I don't remember SoCal requesting those either. So, I mean, you probably should have asked Left what she would have wanted because, she's his sister. I mean, you got to have some close-ups to see anything at all on there. So, I mean, I'm sure that 8x10 is not big enough.
Hey, Kinsey, just in case, do you have the backing track?
Yeah, I got it going right now.
Okay, all right, because it's starting to sound really bad outside, and I might lose power.
I got a whole bunch of silly facts for us, too.
Hey, owner's manuals.
Like during World War II, did you know they only got 22 sheets of toilet paper?
Rusty, your wife is a bad influence. My wife's in here with a yardstick.
Refill.
That Archer? Ain't you a peach? Yeah. I think that's from Archer, right?
Here we go. Boom.
Hey, Rusty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at here.
Yeah, I seen you.
Owner's manuals for the new washer and the dryer. I can read from them just like you said before we went to break.
Wow, I wonder. So I just found out something that I didn't realize. Over in the chat, in the YouTube chat, you have to actually go up and click live chat. I was only getting top comments. So I might have been missing all kinds of people before. Damn it. Huh.
I just did the same thing. I had no idea.
I didn't either. Huh.
So if anybody says anything cruel or offensive, we won't see it?
I don't know. Anyway, Michael Ray says he did not realize how cool Kinsey actually was. What?
What? I don't think I do either.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Kirk. Yeah, I had no idea. I don't know why I've never seen that before. I've probably been ignoring all kinds of people. Huh. Sorry. Yeah, we have no callers, so Kinsey, page 1.
No.
No,
Okay, first off,
I'll
do
do
you
the
want
Gettysburg
washer?
Address.
I got
Do you want
better.
the washer or the dryer?
I got better.
Either one.
7 years ago.
English or Spanish?
Our forefathers brought forth in this continent
I got better.
a new nation,
During
conceived
World
in
War
liberty
II,
and dedicated to the proposition that
American
all men-
soldiers only got 22 sheets of toilet paper per day. British soldiers only got 3.
Wow. I hope the British soldiers had like triple ply or something. Jeez.
Serious. Did you know that the Egyptians used moldy bread as a medicine? Ancient Egypt was an incredible place. They discovered moldy bread could be used to treat infections, although it, guess what, wasn't always a success. I guess you had to use the right bread.
Yeah, Louis Pasteur kind of.
Penicillin.
They were making it back then.
Yeah. We got a caller. Wait a minute. Let's see who this is.
Cool.
Caller, state your name. Where are you calling from?
SK.
SK.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, he called me the other day.
been a while.
Yeah, we've been chatting a little bit. Just hang out. All right, go ahead, Lep. Keep going.
All right. Here's one David G. might be interested in. You know what the shortest war in history was?
Grenada?
The 7-Day War. Israel.
38 minutes, known as the Anglo-Zanzibar War. It took place between the Brits and the Zanzibarians. And obviously the Brits won.
Wow, wasn't that cool? 38 minutes.
38 minutes.
That's
Superior
short, 7
firepower
days.
always does win. All right. Something trivial that you probably didn't know. Did you know that Lincoln was a licensed bartender and a successful wrestler? He never lost any fights he was in.
Yeah, I knew about the wrestler, but I didn't know about
So he was like the early day AOC.
No, don't
AOC
you dare.
actually,
Shut your dirty whore mouth doing that comparison.
Can't do nothing. AOC hasn't caught lead yet, so no, not like AOC. How about the Great London Fire destroyed the entire city? It burned from Sunday, September 2nd to Thursday the 6th in 1666. The fire took out many famous landmarks, including the Royal Exchange, Guildhall, and St. Paul's Cathedral.
Well, there you go. Hey, I got a pop quiz for everybody here.
Okay.
So let's just say you crash your car through the front of a building, a storefront. I mean, all the way in. What do you
Clean up on aisle 3.
What do you immediately do?
Call for the drive-up service, since you're already in there.
Maybe
push the brake pedal.
Yeah, maybe call emergency services or see if anybody was hurt. Or would you
drive back out?
Get a manicure at the place next door to the place you just destroyed?
Did that actually happen?
That's what an Ontario woman did earlier this month, per CTV News Toronto, which obtained security footage of the incident. A Jeep plowed into the storefront of Guilty Pleasures Dessert Cafe on March 3rd, shattering windows, destroying merchandise. Thankfully, the bakery, owned by siblings Tanvir and Simran Bawa, nailed it, was not yet open for the day and no one was inside. Tanvir rushed to the scene after getting a frantic call from the pair's mother, while his sister got the news from a worker at the KC Nails and Beauty Shop that was right next door. The employee told Simran that the driver was actually inside KC's getting her nails done. And
when opportunity knocks,
right, you go get.
Well, I mean, first off,
extras in the Lion King.
first off, was that the first thing they decided to do was get the nails done? Or because if everything is settled out all right, then I mean, why not go ahead and do that while you're that way? Whenever you get your mug shots, your nails are done.
Well,
There you go.
But also on top of that, you shouldn't have to worry too much about other people because everyone's health care is covered in Canada, right? I mean, it's all free health care up there. They should have
Absolutely.
everything settled out real quick.
So
They all come down here to get their operations and stuff, right? It's kind of fun. No, right?
Dan Beer was talking to the employee of KC Nails and asked to speak to the driver, and the driver was giggling, and she said, "I'm okay." But he said, "I'm telling you, this whole time, the woman did not offer one single apology, and was just kind of nonchalant about destroying their business. Well, they didn't destroy it. It sustained serious structural damage, but their insurance provider is gonna take care of it, and it looks like everything's gonna be okay, and his insurance is gonna go up." And
Do you really see this as a story that would not happen here in the U.S.?
oh, it happens all the time. Why?
Absolutely.
Because we let people over 70 years old drive for years without getting tested.
Are you telling me that somebody over 70 is going to have their first response to be to go next door to get their nails done?
Absolutely. And
This is a 20-year-old.
Yeah,
Yep. Be a youngin'.
Didn't say how old she was, but yeah, had to be. But
Oh, Canada.
oh, Canada, exactly.
I know why Rome crashed and burned. They used to use stale urine for mouthwash.
Oh. How can you tell if it's stale?
Stale? Would that make it stale? I don't know.
I don't even want to know how you can tell it's fresh unless it's directly from the tap. I mean, ugh.
They said the ammonia actually worked as a disinfectant and to whiten teeth.
Wait a moment. I thought it would yellow teeth.
I guess that's why you let it get stale. It loses the yellow.
Well, I wonder if people in England, Great Britain, call us crisps.
Call us crisps?
Yeah. Well, I was looking at that thing about the backronyms, and I came across the word cracker as a term for a white person that does not come from... Anyway, I'm not going to read that full sentence. So, cracker, it's a pejorative for white people. I wonder if in England they call us crisps.
Would that mean that a
Well,
mail
but I
order
thought crisps
bride...
were cookies.
No, crisp are
Sorry,
chips,
biscuits.
potato chips.
Chips.
So if they got a mail order bride from the U.S., that would make them a Honey Crisp?
Maybe.
Timmy the Pilot wants you to say Briton one more time.
Me?
Yeah.
I feel like this is a setup. Is it my accent? I'm trying real hard not for my accent to come out.
Because you're saying Britain.
Britain? Great Britain.
Do we have a second caller yet?
Jeez.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Is anybody else, or is it just me waiting for the History of the World Part 2 to come out?
It already did.
Oh, it's horrible. Oh, bad.
It's already out.
It's been out for a couple weeks.
It's bad.
It's bad?
Yeah.
Bad.
Cringe.
Bad.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's real cringy.
Point for Wisconsin Jackhole to pick up the phone and dial 256-926-2390. And I'm
I guess it's a good thing I missed it.
Probably not going to be here much longer.
If anybody really wants to see a very rich family go through transgenerational trauma, the new season of Succession starts tonight. Has anybody seen that show? Watched it?
What is Succession?
People in it?
No, transgenerational trauma. Like it's
generational.
Generational trauma. Trans meaning
that's
transition.
Family history.
Yeah, family history.
Like the Rockefellers.
Yes.
Thought you were talking about old mentally ill people.
No, just it just shows how certain traits and certain mental illness graduates. It goes down. It goes down to the generations. Like basically, what your parents had and what your grandparents have, you probably have remnants of it, unless you resolved it. But that's another show. We'll do that on a different show. I want to do Life in Progress so bad.
Is this blamed on genetics, or is this blamed on behaviors and observations that are just
That
passed down?
that is a complicated question, because that is not a binary answer. It's not yes or no. There's a field of study called epigenetics, and gosh, I don't want to get into this right now because it's super boring, but there's certain genes that you have that can either express itself, get turned on, or turned off, and that could happen, yeah, I know, in your mother's womb. Like, you can experience stress from the time that your grandmother is pregnant with your mother. And it gets passed down, but it's also behavioral, it's environmental, and it is genetic. There's a combination of the three.
So it's not a 5-speed trans. It's more of like that's different. Never mind.
So
it's 3 on the tree. It's 3 on the tree.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry with the psychobabble. We don't have any callers. I mean, what the hell?
Well, we got one, but we're waiting on the other one. So.
Was
All right, Frederator, call in there, pal.
Yeah. Frederator.
Call in there, big guy.
No balls.
You better call in, Frederator, or I'll send you naked 8x10 glossies of me.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, wait a moment. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to get my wife to clear it on that one. I just, never mind.
Another one of those backronyms I was talking about earlier, Wiki, like Wikipedia, WikiLeaks. And I didn't know this. Some people think that Wiki stands for what I know is, which, that would make sense.
That's a new one.
I thought that was a sign of the turntable whenever they made the record go backwards and forwards.
Wiki.
Yep.
All right. I got a good thing here. Owners of Club Castaway, a strip club in Whately, Massachusetts, are looking for a way to stand out in a saturated market. That just sounds dirty all by itself.
It does.
Saturated market.
Yeah,
So
those adjectives.
Transition their business, and I think this is genius, into a topless cannabis dispensary.
Ooh, I'm in.
Yeah, the motorboat strain.
Co-owner Nick, and this is Massachusetts. Co-owner Nick Spagnola.
Hey.
Said,
that.
We do have some experience on the cannabis side and some on the nudity side. We want to replace this nightclub scene in alcohol with something that is less harmless in comparison.
Less harmless?
Less harmless, or
considerably,
more harmless, or whatever. Club Castaway.
Less harmless than what?
I kind of threw that in there myself. Shut up. Club Castaway shut down during the pandemic and has not yet reopened. Details and licenses for its new incarnation are still being worked out. I think it's a brilliant idea. A topless cannabis dispensary?
I think so.
Is Wilson going to be there?
Come for the high, stay for the boobs.
Caller.
I mean, switch that, reverse it.
And
There's enough boobs on here.
All right. Caller, state your name. Where are you calling from?
Okay, Rusty, this is me from New York State.
Barbara!
Barbara D.
Woohoo!
I'm sorry I'm calling in late, but I didn't know if I could call in because I only called in a couple of weeks ago.
Yes. We don't have any restrictions. You can call in every week, dear. Whenever
you can call in and get your weekly dose.
I'm not that smart enough to call in every week.
You can call in every week and get your weekly dose of Rusty Lug Nuts.
That's right. That's right.
All right, that I will do.
There you go. All right, let's see if we can get at least a round in here. Let's see. All right, so this is for Mr. SK. And
you still here, SK?
Yes.
Okay, good.
All right.
Because Because Erica was a spy, she kept a microphone hidden in her blank. Because Erica was a spy, she kept the microphone hidden in her blank. Everybody's done writing. Okay. All right, Mike or SK. Because Erica was a spy, and we all know, most of us know who Erica is. Because Erica was a spy, she kept the microphone hidden in her blank. What say you?
Boobies, cleavage. You know.
Okay. Well, we got to go with boobies. All right. So. Let's go to Miss Mississippi. What'd you have? Cleavage. You know what? I'm gonna take that. Yeah, okay. Well, we will go with
Yay,
that.
SK!
I don't know how well it would fit in there because she's not that very big, but she does have a big cat that she could hide a microphone on. I know this.
Oh, that's messed up.
Terrible.
Remember, the word is pusillanimous.
Yes.
No, cat.
Oh, okay.
I mean a cat.
David G, what'd you have? Cleavage or boobs? Miss Kathy Lindenberg.
Lifers.
Don't tell me you went in the gutter.
I said high heels.
That's still gutter. It's not a matching answer, but it's still gutter.
Lap, what'd you have?
Yep.
That's the first one you had, yeah.
That's pretty close.
That holds the, that's the instrument that holds the, but it's not the, no.
The over-the-shoulder boulder holder.
Holder.
I mean,
I'm in the right area.
SK has two. Let's see. All right, here we go. Miss Barbara, here's your question. Amtrak.
Wait a minute.
Knows a man's home is his castle. That's why he has a blank there. Amtrak knows a man's home is his castle. That's why he has a blank there.
I'm offended.
Already?
All right. Miss Barbara, Kinsey Amtrak knows a man's home is his castle. That's why he has a blank there.
All right, I know this is going to sound and be stupid, but the only thing I can think of being a castle, I said a drawbridge.
I like it. I like it. Let's see the audience. The audience likes it. I mean, castle, drawbridge. It's, you know, I think, Mississippi.
I said queen.
Oh, he keeps his queen there. Kinsey.
I do keep my queen in my castle. However, when I'm at my castle, I have to sit on my throne.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one, but it's all right, Dave.
A type of throne.
Crapper.
That's my thinking chair, Dave.
Oh, that's actually in the thing.
Yes, it's where you watch all your TikTok videos, ain't it? Come on, Dave.
Crap is in the background.
Right before my legs fall asleep.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Miss Kathy Inderberg.
I said a toilet throne.
Toilet throne. All right, Lap.
Same thing. Throne, Ferguson. Remember Al Bundy, wasn't it Ferguson that sucked the world out?
Best toilet in the world.
All right, let's see if we can try to squeeze 2 more in here. All right.
That's what he said.
All right, SK, here is yours. Even though Timmy the pilot is so old.
How old is he?
It doesn't stop him from blanking. Even though Timmy the pilot is so old, it doesn't stop him from blanking.
Oh my gosh. We can't be that dirty, can we?
Hold on.
Trying to think of something.
Don't say nothing.
Timmy the pilot.
Don't say nothing.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say anything.
We got people still writing and stuff.
And things.
All right. I know. It's a tough one. Even though Timmy the pilot is so old.
How old?
How old is he?
No. It doesn't stop him from blanking. SK, what do you say?
Screwing.
Doesn't stop him. What the?
I don't know if he does that.
I think he probably stopped doing that decades ago.
I think you stopped doing that when you were 60. Don't you? No? All right.
Yeah, I
man.
think 30. Something like that.
From skydiving, right?
True.
He
That's a
did
good
that
answer.
recently, right?
Yeah, it is.
That is the wrong one.
I'm going to say bar hopping.
David G.
Timmy, the what was he?
Pilot.
Come on.
Mile High Club. Oh man.
Pilot.
That's smart.
I mean,
yes.
Isn't that doinking? I mean, that's
Doinking.
screwing, right?
Yep.
That's some specialty category.
Yeah, that's right.
You got to give it to him. Okay.
Come on.
All right,
Give it to
Kathy
him.
Lindbergh.
My answer stinks. Prancing.
Oh yeah, he definitely prances. For sure.
That deserved 2.
Driving.
Flying, driving the plane. Yeah.
Who gave him a license?
All right, so
Cracker
that's
Jack.
The Cracker Jack
SK
box.
with what? He's got 3 now? Or
Mhm.
does he? Yeah. All right, Miss Barbara, we got to quickly try to get this one.
Quickie with Barbara.
Yep. The quickie with
I doubt that one.
We need 3. Come on.
All right, here we
Easy
go.
question.
Here we go. Arthur said,
Uh-oh.
my blind date was horrible. Kissing her was like giving mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to a blank. Uh-oh, my weather thing's going off. Arthur said, my blind date was horrible. Kissing her was like giving mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to a blank. Is everybody? Yep. All right, Miss Barbara. Arthur said, my blind date was horrible. Kissing her was like giving mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to a blank.
Okay. The only other answer I could think of that I thought might fit on that was mummy.
Mummy. I don't know. I mean, you never can tell what's gonna happen. All right, man, Mississippi. Did you have a mummy? Do you have my mummy? Oh no, a dead fish.
Ooh.
That's
That would be a horrible kiss, right?
It's more warm and cuddly than that.
Isn't that-
No, I
isn't
would
that
say
a
more
thing?
like a golden retriever.
no, that's Mr. David G. A fish.
See?
That's what I kind of had in my head. Kathy in the Berg.
Dead fish.
It's a thing.
Laird.
A corpse.
Oh,
Go dark.
I had
What's the
jellyfish at
connect-
first and went, yeah, no one's going to
give
say
that to
fish.
Barbara, because Mummy Corpse, I'm going to give that to her, but it's not enough to win on Mr. That guy.
Okay.
At least she scored.
Yeah, Barbara.
That's more than I can say for Rusty.
Oh, Jimmy.
It's been a long time since I scored, but anyway.
Years and years.
Well, congratulations, SK.
Yes.
Okay.
And
All right.
I'm sure he wants
I gotta
his
give Barbara a
nude
quick quickie
8x10
real quick.
glossies of Kinsey. He'll get those mailed out to you.
I'll send them to you psychically.
Hey, listen, even though I lost, can I get them glossies of Kinsey too?
Yeah.
This is for you,
I'll
Barbara.
check with my wife, and all of them has to be sent through her first.
That is awesome. I want to thank Mr. David G. and our contestants, Miss Barbara D. and SK and Kathy in the Berg and Lep. And
I
all
got
you
a
people
question.
for hanging out
Thank
with
you.
us. We are
What's
running
the
out. Go ahead.
What's the connection between blind people and fish?
I don't know.
We'll talk
I
about it
don't like
later. We'll have a talk. When two people love each other very, very much. Well, we'll get to that later.
Okay.
WarHorseLegacy.com, Cancer Care Bags by Shelley on Facebook, cancercarebags.com.
AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
Yeah, those people.
Yeah, this month was the OffTrack Syndicate blend, and it was really good. It still is really good. Yes.
Thank you, everybody. Love you. Come back next week. You don't know what's going to happen. OffTrack Syndicate.
Stay on, right?
Don't say anything. We're still on.
We're still streaming.
What? You're still here? What are you doing here? The show's over. Go away.